Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a Q&A video. I am bored. It is Sunday afternoon with nothing to do, nothing on TV, and I thought, what could I possibly do? I will ask my viewers to ask me questions and then do a Q&A. So I have 10 questions here. I have them on my little iPhone here, and let's get started. The first question is from Joy. How did you first find out about Yankee Candle? So this question was kind of hard for me because honestly, I cannot remember. Um, I always knew about Yankee candles, but I never really thought about when I really knew about them. Like, I don't know if it was when I was 10 and heard about Yankee Candle, but I do know that I basically started collecting candles about 2.5 or 3 years ago, is when I really intensely started getting into the candles from Yankee. But I can't remember when I first learned about Yankee Candle. Um, Number two is from Amy. Amy asked, do you wear slash love perfume as much as you love scented candles? Um, when I first started out my YouTube channel, I actually was more into like body care and perfume, sugar scrub, shower gels, body lotions, mists, all that kind of stuff. And then it kind of slowly transitioned into, more of the candles and less of the body care. But I will say that my perfume and body care collection is almost as intense of a hoarder's problem than candles. It's pretty close up there. My candles, I do have more candles than obviously body care, but it's pretty close. So yeah, I'm kind of a hoarder in all of that. Number three, Christina asks, when did you get into candles and what was your first brand? So this is a kind of interesting question because um I had to ask my mom about this. And let me kind of get back or go back to the story. Recently, if you guys are on Instagram, you'll know that they have like a throwback Thursday where you can post a picture of, a picture that was taken a long time ago, memories, stuff like that. So I had posted a picture of myself when I was about 3 or 4 years old, and I was dressed as Minnie Mouse, and it was Halloween time, and I was standing next to a table, and on the table was this beautiful candle made out of beeswax. And I remember somebody pointing it out actually in my Facebook group, and they said, "Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful candle." And it just flooded back all the memories for me. And I really just like put this out of my mind. But when I was little, downstairs in the basement, my parents had a candle making station. And my dad would buy like beeswax in bulk and he would dye it and add oil. And he would make these beautiful candles. He had all these molds. And I remember going downstairs with him and him heating up the wax and pouring the hot wax and looking at the wicks and the different colors and the different smells. And I literally did not remember any of that. Like, if you were to ask me that, like, I don't know, a year ago, I wouldn't have remembered any of it. But that picture brought back those memories. So, obviously, the question was, how did you get into candles and what was your brand? I feel like it started a long time ago. My favorite or my first brand that I ever had, I would have to say probably a Walgreens candle. I started burning candles probably in my 20s, early 20s, when I got my own place. And I remember it had to have been Walgreens because we didn't have a Walmart yet at that time. So, number four question is from Mandy. Have you ever been to the Yankee Candle flagship store yet? No, but I really want to go. Um, I believe it was Drew that I was talking to about this, and he had said, wouldn't it be awesome if we like rented a coach bus and it started out at the furthest point of our group, wherever they lived, and it just traveled throughout the United States and picked all of us up, and then its final destination would be the flagship store. I think that that would be awesome. I'm totally for it. If somebody wants to organize that, I would love to do that. That would be so much fun. Number 5, the question is from Lisa. Lisa asks, what is your favorite place to vacation? I actually was just talking about this with another one of our members. He recently vacationed in Wisconsin Dells. Wisconsin Dells is about an hour and a half, between an hour and a half or 2 hours away from me. And basically, it's in the middle of nowhere. But once you hit the city, it is the biggest water park city in the United States. It is crazy, and I love to vacation there. When I was little, younger, and when my kids were younger, we would go there all the time to the water parks, and it's a really great place to stay also in the fall because they have tons of indoor water parks and the colors are just beautiful. They also have the Wisconsin ducks, which the ducks are like, it's like I think they have these in Maine also. It's a boat and a car, like a truck all in one. So first, like they do these tours where they start out on this thing that looks like a boat, but it's called a duck, like an army duck. And it just like goes around and tours in the city, and then it can also like slam into the water. It's really cool. But anyway, that's my favorite place to vacation. Number 6 is from Irene. Irene asks, if there is a candle that has absolutely no scent throw, do you continue to burn it until the end, or do you do something else with it, like turn it into tarts? Um, Usually, if I have a candle that has no scent throw whatsoever, I never return candles that don't have scent throws. The only time I return a candle is if there's a problem with the burn. So if it doesn't have a scent throw, I'll usually just finish it, or I'll stop burning and I will save it for a time where if the electricity goes out, if we have a storm here, which sometimes happens in Wisconsin, I'll use it as like an emergency candle. The dog is like looking like she wants to join the questionnaires. So she's gonna. So anyway, so yeah, I would, and then if it didn't have any scent, I wouldn't make tarts out of it, just because if it doesn't have scent in the candle, it's probably not gonna have scent while burning either. Let's see. Janie, I believe that's how I say your name, Janie. Janie asks, how old is your cute little doggie? Just in time. I always enjoy seeing her, and I have a Shih Tzu too. Miss Snooky is 3 years old, and um, I got her while I had my other Shih Tzu, but it's kind of a sad story. When I had gotten my other Shih Tzu, she had a really bad heart murmur, and I knew that she wasn't going to last long. I only paid $200 for her. And anyway, it got to be where my other Shih Tzu was, oh gosh, she would have been about 7 or 8, and her health was declining, and I knew she didn't have a long time to live. So I decided to get Miss Snooky Louise, and she was a great companion for her up until the very end. But I knew that, things were looking very grim for my other Shih Tzu, so I wanted to get another one. So I had, another little friend for myself, I guess, when my loyal companion passed. But number 8, Joe asks, what is your favorite type of music? Um, oh my gosh, it's Drew calling me. Right now he's calling. Dare I answer it? I'm gonna. Drew? Drew? I'm doing a YouTube video right now and you're in it.
Oh, well, let me tell them a story.
Okay.
I come home and my centerpiece warmer has wax all over it. And it's everywhere.
Your centerpiece? Oh my gosh, Drew just said that he went to Yankee and got a centerpiece from Yankee Candle, and he just came home and there's wax all over your table?
All over the desk where it's at, all over the warmer and everything, and nobody did it. It's all my fault.
Oh, it's your fault. It's not Yankee's.
No, somebody bumped it. Somebody picked it up.
Oh, someone bumped it. I thought it like exploded. Okay, well, let me call you back because I'm doing a video.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Drew says bye. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Joe asked, what is your favorite type of music? My favorite type of music is anything that was crazy, wasn't it? Sorry, you guys. Anyway, my favorite type of music is basically anything from like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Like I love Prince. I love Prince. Like Prince, hands down. Madonna, hands down. Um, I also like Dave Matthews Band though. I like, really relaxing kind of music also. And I feel like Dave Matthews Band lyrics like speak to me. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. And then I also like Xavier Rudd. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He literally can play like 10 instruments all at once. He is awesome. If you guys have not heard of him, just go and check him out. He's really, really good. Um, Also, Joe had like a multi question here. So Joe's next question was, which celebrity would you do you wish that you could meet? Definitely Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh my God. He is so sexy. What are your biggest pet peeves? And I wrote some down, like vain people. I really dislike people who think they know it all, think they are hot shit, think their shit doesn't stink. People who are not willing to help other people who feel like they are way up here and everyone else is way down here, cocky people, and then I just put people who think that they're better than everybody else. And then one of my other pet peeves is when I'm talking to somebody on the phone and we have ended the conversation and I say goodbye to the person and they don't even bother saying goodbye, they just hang up the phone. That drives me absolutely insane. It's like nails on a chalkboard for me. And then the other pet peeve I have is when I'll be in a group conversation or, wherever, and someone will say, oh my gosh, I have such a headache today. My head really hurts. And there's always that one person that no matter what anybody else has going on with them, their thing is always worse. Like, someone will say, oh, I had a headache last night. It started at 8. Oh, well, I've had a headache for 3 days and it hasn't gone away. It's like, okay, we get it. Your life sucks. Let's move on. Okay, number 9 from Janessa. Janessa asks, I love the name Snooky Louise. How did you come up with that? Well, Janessa, I believe Janessa is Drew's cousin, like handed way, 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 way down, right? I think. I don't know. But anyway, if I remember correctly. So, which is crazy because they met on my group. Like literally they had the same last name and they called each other's grandparents and they found out that they were related. And that is so crazy to me. But anyway, so I was a huge Jersey Shore fan, like crazy. And I loved Snooki. She was my favorite because she was just so well loved. And I didn't care that she was like drunk all the time or whatever. I loved her. And you know how she had that big poof in her hair? Well, Shih Tzus are notorious for having a little like bouffante poof. You can see Miss Snooki's poof. Anyway, so I thought Snooki would be perfect and Snooki Louise because I had my very first Shih Tzu that I ever had when I was little. His name was Toby Lou, and I wanted all my Shih Tzus have a middle name. Like, I'm not going to get into my past dogs' names, but anyway, so I wanted my Snooki Louise to have a middle name that began with an L, and Snooki Louise just kind of rolled off the tongue, and it was beautiful, and I loved it. And number 10, uh-oh, I don't have the person who asked me this. I am so sorry. I didn't write it down. Um, okay, number 10 is how do you budget for your candle purchases and how did you come to foster guinea pigs? How do I budget for my candle purchases? Well, I'm really, really good with the way I spend my money. I never buy any candles full price. I always pay either half price or less than that. So, like, either I will go to the outlet, and obviously all the outlet prices are half off anyway. Or if I get a Yankee candle at the regular retail, it'll either be during friends and family or SAS sale or with a coupon buy one get one free. Um, and I don't put well, I shouldn't say I don't put money aside. Friends and family is coming up, which I don't know, it probably already passed when this video is going to go live, but I am putting money away for that because I know exactly how much I'm going to spend. So money is set aside for that, but usually like once a month, like well, I don't know if this is too much information, excuse me, but I get paid bi-weekly. So usually like every paycheck I'll put, I don't know, some away for candles or wax or whatever. And if I don't have any money that month, I won't spend it. I'm pretty easygoing. So that's how that goes. And how did you come to foster guinea pigs? Well, one of my friends that I believe I went to high school, yeah, one of my friends that I went to high school with, she had actually liked this page and shared it. And it was for the organization that I foster guinea pigs for now. And this was maybe like what, 2 years ago. And I saw it on Facebook and I thought, oh my gosh, I am very educated in guinea pigs. I have always had a guinea pig growing up. We always had pregnant guinea pigs growing up. This would be perfect for me. I have the space in my house. I have the time. Why don't I do it? If I can help other animals and other people adopt animals that are healthy, and that are not going to get euthanized, why not? So I decided to start fostering guinea pigs, and I specialize in the pregnant ones. And I mean, I have had so many guinea pigs come in and out of this household. You guys have no idea, but it's a lot of fun and it's really, really rewarding. And it's a hobby and I happen to love it. So thank you guys so much for watching. That is the end of my Q&A. I will have another Q&A probably soon. This video is almost 20 minutes long, a little bit over 15. I am so sorry for that. So I will let you guys go, but thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Right, Snooky?